I'm a little bit rustly today.
A little? That's all I hear. No, mine was like that too. I think your back one is too far.
Too far forward?
Mm-hmm.
Too far back?
Too far forward.
Mm-hmm. You darned right.
I'm always right.
She.
I feel like I'm too close.
To what?
To you.
Yeah. Personal bubble, bro. Keep it.
Okay, whatever.
6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
COVID. All right, ready for the clap?
Wait, what episode are we on?
Shit, that's a good question.
8?
We're so far up. I
9?
think 7 was the last one. This is 8.
8? Okay.
All right. All right, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Cheerio, chinks.
We're back at it again.
We here to feed you some more of that. Good. How's everybody doing today?
Everybody.
Yeah, it's you,
sorry.
bro.
I was like, are you trying to communicate with them? They can comment. I'm doing good. I'm exhausted, but
Okay.
yeah. How about you?
I'm doing fantabulous. Only got about 1 more week before I flee the country and you never see me again. That's why
Really?
we got the mask. Yeah, really.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I get the
Man,
podcast
just for that,
to
I'm coming
myself.
back. Just for that, I'm coming back.
Damn, guys, we almost had it.
She should have just not said anything, and I would have
should've just
been
quiet. I should have been
I
like,
would have been gone in the
no.
wind, you know?
That's so sad.
Hey, anyways, we've had a lot of great topics, but I think this week is gonna be my most favorite topic of all time. Mm-hmm. And if you guys don't already know, I'm a slut for 2 things. First thing you already know is that money, the dough, that cash, that spread.
Okay.
The other thing is some food.
Okay, I can get on that.
I can get down for some good grubbing. But yeah, so today's topic, everything revolves around food. It's a big thing in our culture. We're both Vietnamese, so you already know. And I say this with 110% confidence. We've got the best foods on the planet.
Oh, I agree with that. Full
Vietnamese cuisine.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1.
So diverse.
I'm sorry to everybody else out there, but you guys ain't beating us.
Yeah. All inferior.
Yeah. We literally won all of the wars that we've been in
Oh, that's true.
because of our fuel.
Yep.
Bro, a Vietnamese person on some cafe and on some banh mi, unstoppable.
I don't know about that,
Unstoppable.
but I can get behind it.
Yeah, I'm just joking, bro. But honestly, I think Vietnamese food is so good. I don't think there's any culture with a more diverse plethora of flavor profiles that you can get.
That is so true.
The different regions, they all do it differently. Like everything is like, it's so versatile. You could literally throw together so much stuff, make each like dish your own, and it
Yeah.
would still taste super good.
And you can even invent a new dish.
Yeah. So versatile, so good. Vietnamese cuisine got to be on top. You guys can fight me on this. I stand my ground.
What's your second, though?
110%. Ooh, second place got to be tough.
I would say for me, either it's also Asian, but it's between.
For sure.
Oh, actually, I don't know.
Asian cuisines are just so good. How I see it
Chinese
is,
food.
ooh, really? You're gonna go with our ops? You're gonna go with our competitors?
No, I shouldn't. I am.
They tried colonizing us,
number
bro.
1 hater of China, but I literally no. I think it's just so bomb. Like I love greasy, like nasty Chinese food. Like
I mean, it is so good. Like they got so much like flavor profiles.
But, like,
their
the-
stir fries, their
yes,
sauces are also bomb.com.
the dirtier the restaurant, the better for me though.
Ooh, for sure.
Because like
for sure.
the fact that I might get food poisoning from it, I know that shit's gonna bust. Like
you know that they're using the flavor profiles to the max
Oh,
when
yeah.
it's grody back there, you know? And especially if you got like a 6-7-year-old like serving you, like running point on that restaurant. Gas.
you know,
Yes.
Not child labor laws.
Unstoppable. We don't believe in those.
that is young entrepreneurs.
They were born for this
Oh
stuff.
yeah. What else?
Man, see, Vietnamese food for me is number 1 because there's so many dishes that I love.
Yeah,
right?
same.
There's just like a whole fat list, and I can like keep on going on. Like never get sick of it. Could eat it every single day.
Yeah.
With things like maybe Japanese food.
I was gonna think that too, but then I'm like,
sushi is amazing.
there's only
Man, I can always
a
get
few
down for
things I
some
can eat,
sushi.
though.
Yeah, they got ramen. They got their curry. Japanese curry is also astounding. Man, but it's got to be close second for me. Either got to be, I'm going to put it up as a tie for Japanese food and Thai food.
Oh, Thai food's really good too.
Thai food for me is really good. It's very similar to Vietnamese food, and I think that's why I love it. They got spices.
Yes.
Their curry is awesome. Their stir fries and stuff.
So good.
So amazing. Oh,
dang. Man. This is just us lusting over food this episode. We're just like drooling, foaming at the mouth.
So much good stuff behind food. Indian food is also pretty poppin'.
It's pretty poppin', but based off of the things I've seen, questionable.
Yeah, it could be very questionable. I think I need to try more cuisines though, because there's a very large part of the world where I haven't had enough experience.
Have you tried like Mediterranean?
I have. Okay. Mediterranean is good.
African, like Ethiopian. Yeah, there's Ethiopian food.
I think that's where I'm not very well versed, right? Once it gets to like African culture and then even like South American culture.
Yeah.
Like for us, you know, growing up in the States, Mexican food is very popular.
Right.
But like South American food, there's so much more, right? Because
there is.
You gotta hit like Brazilian culture and Venezuelan culture, and then you got like Chile, and you know, and you got all those like tiny little other countries like in Central America too, where their flavor profiles and their foods and their cuisines and their cooking styles are also different that we don't really give enough credit to them.
Right.
Maybe there's got to be some hidden dish or some hidden like gem in all of that.
Well, that could be our bucket list.
Like we got to start a series. We got to start a food series. I love food bloggers. My cousin was talking to me about this, and he was telling me to start a food channel. I love eating food. I love being around food. I just don't think I'm the best person to be in front of the camera when food is around. Yeah. Because I have nothing to say. I'm straight up just sitting there shoving food into my mouth.
But you could do it as like a first person point of view style. Yeah. Because like there's that one guy, I forgot what his name is. I think it's like Samuel or something like that on TikTok. And he does like first person point of view, but he goes to like mom and pop shops and he'll just order and it's just like, that's all you hear. Okay. And then like they get clout because he's like, the food is so delicious. Like his commentary is just like at the end, like, oh my gosh, that was so good. And that was it.
How do you feel about people? I'm not in the space, but people generally, in my opinion, seem to falsify how good a restaurant or a meal is. Well, you never really watch a food review show and it's like, this place trash, don't go here.
Yeah, but I feel like you got to think about it legally too, right? Right. Because it's defamation. Yeah,
because you could get sued, defamation. And it could just be like a one-off thing where it's you had a bad experience this time, but it's not always like that. Right. Like somebody could be having a bad day. And I understand that because that's their livelihoods that you're playing around, like playing with. Yeah. Maybe if you film a video and the food is mediocre, then I guess you either make it really short or you don't even post it at all. And you kind of just go for like all the good places.
Yeah, but then at the same time, that's kind of also falsifying, right? Because then you're only filming the good. Exactly. I think it's just like, you don't have to flat out be like, that shit was ass, you know, because obviously like, but definitely, I think it's just verbiage, like certain things, like if it's not that good, you could always say like,
it was
no. You could be like, oh, this is very unique, like I'm not sure I'm used to this, or something like that. So then like people are still curious to see what it tastes like, but then they can form their own opinion. Yeah, because then you could just be like, oh, this is unique, this is not for me, you know what I mean? Well, it depends on how you're shooting the video, right? Because if you're in a just like reviewing and you're just like eating it, obviously they could tell what you're not touching.
Okay, that makes sense too.
If you're vlogging, but if you're like full on like giving in-depth review, that's when I would do it. I'd be like, I don't think this is for me, but for all you guys out there who want to try this, you should try this. Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe that's where I think we go down the path of not being like a food review show, but more of a mukbang channel where it's just us slobbering down on some glizzies, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, yo, I don't know about you. I don't know about me, but clearly you're into that.
Number one glizzy, Costco, undefeated.
Okay, I agree with that. That is pretty good.
No, yeah, that was the worst food analogy I think I could have given for that scenario. Yeah, and I apologize for that. I will not slip up ever again.
Chills to my core.
Not the good time.
Ooh.
I know, but food is an interesting topic because for, at least for me, how I see it in Vietnamese culture or as a Vietnamese kid growing up in the States, it's one of those things that brings together the family.
Right.
And it's also one of the areas and one of the industries where you see so many of our people get sucked. I don't know if sucked into it is the right like verbiage, but when you think of families and just growing up in their identities, it's either they own a restaurant, they own a nail salon, or they're running a mini mart.
That's true. You know? Yeah.
Either that or they're just working one of those three industries, I guess.
Or they're doing all three in one.
Exactly. It's I guess it's so popular or it's just so normalized. It's kind of what we've been come to known.
Yeah. Like, but is it also just like, is it because it's something that's easy for them?
I don't know if it's easy is the right word because I don't think anybody ever had an easy time with it.
No, I don't think so either.
I think we're just really good at it, you know? Well, yes, it's like the attention to detail, the flavor profiles, and the work ethic. I think it's really what gets you there.
In the sense of like easy, I just mean like when our parents' generation or even older, they came over here. Yeah, right. Most of them learned English, but like a certain amount didn't get the full education, right? Yep. So like they just do what they know, like what their experience is. So I think that's why it's a little bit easier because would they be getting a corporate job? Some of them, yes.
Yeah. But in that sense, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's just like what they're comfortable with, what they know. So they can't really branch out. So that's why we see them like it's so highly concentrated in those branches rather than like.
Maybe it's because the barrier of entry is kind of like forcing them that way. Because like you're right. They're not going to be able to get a normal corporate job like everybody else.
Right.
So then what they're good at is working with their hands and their feet.
Yep.
And so they literally go out and do that and work on hands and feet.
Yeah,
you know?
Literally that. Yes.
But yeah, it's interesting to see growing up how so many people, and even now, even in our generation, we're kind of, I don't know if we kind of like gravitate towards it because of that's how we see it. And that's kind of all that we know. But our parents are always wanting more for us, you know?
Yeah, they want like doctor, lawyer, whatever. Yep. For me, I'm like, y'all saying this, but I see what nail people make. Like, y'all making money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, I'm trying to do what
Same
y'all
with
doing.
Like the restaurant owners
100%.
and stuff, you know? Like service industry now. It's like, you guys making this type of money, you telling me to go to school?
Yeah, no.
And do something else? Like, you guys crazy.
No.
But it is a lot of work, and I guess they also see it in us where we don't have that work ethic and we don't have that desire and that need to grind like they do.
Yeah, or they just think like also they don't want us to quote unquote suffer like they did, right? That is the other thing.
Right. It's a different type of suffering because they've been through it, they know. I just think it's interesting, and it's kind of funny how that works, where you don't want people or your kids to follow in your own footsteps. Whereas I guess it's different for like an American family. If their mom or their dad is a lawyer or something, like honestly, that's kind of the pathway that the kid grows up going down, you know?
Yeah.
Like they work as a lawyer, insurance, real estate, like one of those fields, like those industries. And it's different because, you know, you grow up and then they're geared towards the industry that their parents are working in. Whereas for us, we're getting pushed out of those industries.
Right.
And they're like, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough work. That's hard work. But then again, we also experienced it from a young age where those little kids in those restaurants working, you know, for our tips and everything. And it's like, it's basically just a chore. But I think everybody goes through that. And I think that's just kind of funny how it's just a shared experience across the board for a lot of Asians.
Right. Yeah, I think even like with the restaurant thing too, like working since we were young, you know, like just helping out at a restaurant or whatever, and then going into like what we are doing now. I genuinely like anytime I go out, I feel so bad for service workers.
Oh, for sure.
Like just knowing like we basically had blood, sweat, and tears. Mostly tears working at the restaurant. I was like, I just don't understand how like people get treated so shitty.
Right. I think the treatment is one thing. Like, you don't have to treat people that way. I think just in general, you don't have to treat people that way. But another thing about the service industry that I'm just not for is tipping culture. Because I honestly just, it drives me nuts that I have to do my own math to be able to pay for something. That's when, true. Like, just do it for me, you know?
I literally don't even do my own math.
Bro, if something's supposed to be $25, like just tell me up front, like it's gonna cost you $25 instead of being like, oh, it's cost you $20, but normally, you know, people tip the X amount.
15% equals this. Now you have to do the math to that. Yeah.
It's like, bro, just take $25. And then if I know that going in, I'm happy to pay it. Because, you know, I'm not like surprised by anything. It's not like, oh, wow, like all of a sudden you have to do this and do that.
Yeah. And again, we're the only culture, like America is the only culture that tips. So like
tips that heavily.
Yeah.
Right? I think other cultures that tip, it's different. In Vietnam, you don't really tip. I mean, you can, and people are like really happy to accept extra money all the time. But
we just greedy as a culture. Yeah. That's different.
That's a different timeline or story to go down.
Yeah. But like with like Japanese culture, they don't take tips.
Yeah. Because it's the opposite. For them, it's like a fuck you type of thing. Yeah. Type of deal.
Right.
Where if you tip them money, it's kind of saying, oh, you didn't do your job well enough, here's some extra money so you can improve your service.
Right. Ugh. That's weird to think about though. Like I would never think about it that way. I'm just like, oh, I love your service so much that I want to tip
I mean, it makes sense. I think it makes sense either way. Just how you grow up and how it gets normalized in your culture. I think that's how it determines which way you lean.
We're going to bring it back to food now?
Oh, yeah.
They're so serious. I was like, oh, yes.
How do we always get so serious when we're talking about all the topics?
Because we just like to talk about life.
Right.
And all the things.
Life is just, it's a molly wallop. Can't explain it any better.
With food, I feel like restaurant-wise, would you rather eat in? Obviously, the food's better, right? Or would you rather take out?
Ooh, I think it depends on the environment. See, I love eating in because I love having a place that's different and separate and like not having to do your own dishes.
Right.
And kind of like having to set it up yourself. But I also love eating out or eating at home, like doing takeout. Because then...
Yeah, clock that, right? Clip that. We got to remember to clip that.
I'm the one doing all the clips.
I'll clip it this time. I'll clip it. That one was a good one.
You guys understand what I'm saying. When you take out food and you're eating at home, it's different because then you're in the comfort of your own home. And there's certain restaurants where you can't be in, I guess, pajamas and just lounging around. But that's what I love. I love being comfortable. I love just wearing sweats and a t-shirt and just going out and just grubbing.
Right.
That's just my deal. Sometimes I think eating around other people is really nice and it's really fun. Because
he's lonely.
Yeah, because I don't have anybody to eat with me. Help.
Ladies, moms out there.
Yeah, looking at the moms. Somebody cook for me, you know. But where was I going with this?
You were going with the fact that you like eating in at restaurants because there's like the environment of other people. The
environment, the service, and everything. But I also like, I don't know. I think it depends on the situation, on the scenario. I don't really lean one way or the other that much. I think if you have a big group of people, it's sometimes more fun to eat at home because then you can get as rowdy and as loud and as obnoxious as you want to be.
You could do that at the restaurant.
Yeah, but then...
People are going to glare, but you could totally do that.
You might get kicked out.
Might.
And there's always like that time limit, like a time restraint to it where, you know, if you come up on like a 2-hour mark, then all of a sudden it starts getting weird if you just sit there and not order more stuff or if you're already done eating because it's a restaurant. They need that table.
Yeah.
So I like having the comfort and the time and the leisure to do eating at home.
I'm glad you made that point because I was like, is it maybe my introvertedness or my people pleaser side, whatever it may be? I was like, I never feel fully comfortable eating at a restaurant because one, portions are huge.
Yeah.
It comes out most of the time scorching hot.
Right.
But then at the same time, I feel rushed because I'm like, they got, like you said, they had to run a business. So I'm like, I had to eat super fast.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
But at the same time, I can never eat all the food because I just feel like I'm so, I don't know, I don't feel as hungry. But if I were to eat at home and like get super comfortable, then it'd be all good. Like I could just take my time, turn on a show or a movie, grab a drink, and then just chill, eat. And it could take me like 3 hours to eat a full meal.
Oh, I 110% agree. I think one other thing that would be honestly beneficial for society is if we made it mandatory that everybody has to work either a fast food job or in a restaurant, like a service industry job for like a year.
Oh, I agree with that. Full-fledged.
It would just make people way more considerate and understanding of how shit goes when it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who you are, what you're doing. it's got to be like mandatory service, like the military. You know, instead of having the military, you have these people and they have to do their time in a restaurant, a service industry, or a fast food joint.
Yeah, that way they know.
Just so they know.
So then they don't act like assholes.
Yeah. Hey, where's my water? Hey, where's my food? You didn't give me this. You didn't give me that.
Well, my biggest thing, even with restaurants, this irks me so much. Sorry, I had to get this out because it's like just at the front of my brain. But like eating at restaurants or like working 12 years at a restaurant, bitches are so entitled.
Oh,
and the shit is like y'all are cheap ass motherfuckers trying to eat. Like, go out and eat and be bougie, right? But, like, it's the complaining culture for me to get a free meal type shit.
Bro,
that
I don't understand
irks me so bad. I feel like people think that we are so oblivious or, like, service workers are so stupid. Because, like, it's like, if there's something wrong with your dish, you say it after the first or second bite. You don't eat the whole damn plate, and then you're like, that shit was ass. I want a refund. I want this cut off the check.
Yeah, they had to make sure every single bite was ass, bro.
No, that is some bullshit. And I, like, my family's restaurant at least, we know bullshit. Like, we will call you out. My aunt, my aunt, she'll be like, so you ate the whole fucking dish, and you still saying you don't want it. Yeah, you're still gonna pay.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't
exactly.
math.
It's like if it's ass, like after the first 2 bites, the entire dish gotta be ass, bro.
Yeah,
it don't
if the food
change.
Is cold,
right? Let us know.
The first bite you take, you already know it's cold.
Exactly.
And then you're like, oh, I can't do this. Can we like take it back, restart? Not. I'm gonna eat the entire thing, leave 2 bites, and be like, this was disgusting. Like that doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, nah, those people, they're out to hustle you for something.
Yeah, and I think once service workers like buckle, they know that it's gonna fly, so they keep doing it. Yeah. But I think you just gotta hold your ground.
Exactly.
So business owners out there, don't give a fuck about your reputation. Just fucking cut the bullshit.
Customer ain't always right, bro.
No, they really aren't.
Like, just shoot it straight. Just be like, damn, bro. Like, like we trying to make a living out here too, and you trying to chimp out on us.
Just don't come back
unless it's actually your fault. Some
places
places are like they'll give you a hard time, but it was definitely their wrongdoing, and 100%, they kind of just
100%. No, I agree with that too.
Bad business kind of ownership or management or however that goes.
Yeah, I say don't scam on both sides for real. It's just not worth.
You know what irks me too now is how much food prices have gone up. Like, it just doesn't make sense to eat out anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Bro, it doesn't even make sense to eat in general. Like,
that point as well. I'm like, I might as well just go outside and like, what is it called? Scavenge for like.
Let me go
mushrooms
back to
or natural.
The hunter and gatherer phase.
Literally.
Insane.
There are books for that. I kind of want to get into it.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to go like hunting and stuff.
No.
Okay.
But
so that's why you women are gatherers. Remember in the old books, they're like, the dudes like to go hunting because we like to shoot shit.
Yeah, you really do. I just don't like guns. I could do like an arrow maybe.
A bow and an arrow?
Yeah, like a crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, count me in for that. I can't do guns. Guns scare me so bad. Like,
guns are dangerous.
Fear in my body.
Okay.
Anytime like a gun is mentioned anywhere, I just don't like it. Don't like it at all. Anyways.
What about fishing?
Fishing's fun. I do love fishing. I love fishing. I'm not good at it, but I do like to sit out there.
I do love it too. I suck at it as well.
You could probably catch a fish though. I can't tell when there's a fish biting.
I can tell. The fish just never bite, bro.
Yeah.
Story of my life. I'll literally just go out there and I'll just be sitting around and the person next to me will catch like 5 behemoths.
That's crazy.
Of a fish. And I'm fishing literally same spot, same type of bait, same tackle.
Yeah.
And it's my shit just sitting there. And they're like, nah, I'm good. And then dude next door is like, oh my God, this is the biggest fish I've ever caught.
That is crazy. Bruh. I do have a question for you because you do fish often.
Yeah.
And it's also a question for our like listeners and viewers.
Okay.
When you guys go fishing, if you do go fishing, do you ever get phantom, like the phantom tap?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how like you can sometimes sense the fish biting.
Oh,
right
yeah, all the time.
Do you ever?
All the time.
Because I'm like, that is me. I don't even know what a fish bite feels like, but I just start feeling the waves, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a hit.
It's moving. It's moving.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that you mentioned is that sometimes that phantom tap will feel so real, and I'll be so locked in that I'll yank it, and if there's no fish on there, that thing coming straight out of the water right at me, bro.
That's true.
It's like a projectile coming straight back at my face.
Dang, I never
and
thought
it's the
about it
scariest thing. And then all of a sudden you're like dipping and dodging as if you were playing dodgeball. Wild.
I do want to go fishing more this summer. I don't want to
be our goal. We got to get out more.
I want to get a big catfish.
Ooh, I love catfishing because
like
it's like nocturnal. Like you got to be up all night.
Wait, you have to be at night?
Yeah, bro. Catfish bite best during the night.
You can't fish for them during the day.
It's so hard because they're nocturnal. They like to feed when it's dark.
I don't like nighttime.
The darkness.
Forest water. Not a good sign.
Forest water, pitch blackness.
Ooh.
It gets cold out there during the
winter,
the summers too.
So you're on a boat in the middle of the water at night.
Right. We're just moving.
Are you not scared?
Just chop, chop, chop.
You're not scared.
No, sometimes it is pretty creepy out there. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if I guess when you're shore fishing is different than when you're on a boat.
No, I think all fishing near the water at night is not good.
You hear a lot of noises. There's a lot of rustling. There's a lot of wolves and coyotes howling that you don't know where.
Bigfoot,
the chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Yeah.
But it's so serene because you're out there, you're staring at the stars.
Yeah, I think I just hate nature.
What?
Yeah, I'm allergic to most.
That's insane, bro.
I'm allergic to cockroaches.
Okay, where are you gonna run into a cockroach in the nature like that?
In the nature? I don't know what's out there.
You got some weird situations and scenarios coming out.
No, there's some crazy shit because I just know if I'm on that boat fishing, I'm looking out, right? Some shit's gonna grab my ankle in the boat.
Okay, then put it under the blanket, bro.
No, that's too terrifying. I don't like that. Or I'm gonna start hearing some crazy shit.
Speaking of food and cockroaches, which is kind of a weird thing, but bugs. How do you feel about bugs being a large cuisine or a large
part of
fine. Cuisines?
I just can't eat cockroaches. I'd eat any bug. I just can't eat cockroaches or spiders.
Scorpions?
That's fine. I'll try it once. You remember the scorpion lollipops?
What about worms?
Yeah, fuck it. You remember when they used to...
the little worms and the little grubs and stuff. What about the ones that are still alive? I want you to try that
when you go to Vietnam.
No, I will not. I cannot.
I
saw a video. Call me what you want. But
no, you just grab the head so it doesn't bite you by the chopsticks. Then you...
no. I just imagine the squishing whatever coming out.
In your head, think something else. Think marshmallow.
No, it's definitely not. Because I know.
Think gummy worm.
Bro, it'll be writhing or whatever that word is.
Yeah, wriggling.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Wriggling.
Whatever, yes.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it'll just be moving around in your mouth as you try and bite it.
Well, I didn't think you were talking about that. I thought you meant those little worms that they dried out already. In the boxes when they used to sell the rich flavored crickets. I tried that shit. I tried coconut grub too.
Those things scary. Yeah, that's the coconut grubs. Those worms and then they dunk it in fish sauce or whatever.
That shit looks so good.
But it's still moving.
I heard it's so good though. Because all they eat is coconut.
Bro, I'd rather just go eat a coconut, bro. Why the hell why are you going through this process
for the protein,
to eat a worm?
It's bro diet.
That's crazy.
I think you should try it once, just to say you did it.
That stuff scares me. I think bugs is the one part of the cuisines that I will never be comfortable with.
Are you talking about live? We can't even eat live scorpion.
No, I'm talking about any type of bugs. I just think they're just creepy looking and scary.
No, they're totally nasty. Spiders?
Yeah, why are you eating that?
No.
Why are you eating a tarantula? It's gonna be all fuzzy and furry in your mouth.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
Ew. That's my most craziest fear.
Spiders?
Yeah, I can't.
I can see that. Spiders are kind of creepy and
they're
gross.
spawns from hell, literally.
But maybe they're nice. Think of Charlotte's Web.
No. They're good because they're helping you regulate unwanted bugs in the house, right? Yeah. But let me tell you something I read. It could be a myth. Mm-hmm. Sure, it is a myth because how would you know? But typically spiders, they know your routine.
Nah, don't tell me that.
So that's why you never see spiders, but the day you catch them, you're out of routine.
Oh.
So that's why you see them randomly. But typically
that's gotta be a myth, bro.
But typically they know your routine, so they stay hidden. Hell nah.
No, I think that's gotta be a lie, because sometimes, honestly, it's either that or the spiders in my house don't give a fuck. Because they'll just be staring at me dead ass while I'm brushing my teeth.
I'm telling you, I tried to kill a spider once and that motherfucker started chasing me.
You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it.
I stepped on him. I stepped on him and rolled, and then it got caught under the rivet of my heel, like my sole, like my shoe. Yeah, and then it came back to life and literally chased after me around the corner. And I said, "Hell no!" So I had to.
The thing is out for you, bro.
No, I was at work too, so I had to call a coworker from the front, and I was like, "You need to come back here ASAP to kill this for me."
That's so funny
because I was so scared. Also, my worst fear is like killing a spider and there's babies coming out, because that's happened to me with the fly.
I also heard that like they can smell fear or something like that. Because if you have a fear of spiders, you're that much more likely to see a spider.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I see them all the
into contact with a spider. Bro, my sister is like the biggest example, because she's afraid of spiders.
Yeah.
And she's always the one that comes into contact with these spiders. And the only time I ever have to kill a spider is because she calls me to do it.
Oh, I do it all the time. But I think it's because we're so scared. We're already aware of our surroundings. And so like anything,
you're just more likely to see it.
You're more prone to see it.
Okay.
Because I always be catching the motherfuckers in the house. I'm like, there's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. And my dad is always like, why do you keep calling these bitches out? Because he doesn't kill them.
Spider-Man over here, bro.
No, I need them exterminated. I need them out of my house. I'm literally about to like...
Good for you.
No, I'm literally about to spray every edge of my house with peppermint oil. No more spiders.
No more spiders.
Just
gotta do it.
No more spiders. I hate that shit. Anyways, back to food.
Tangent. Back to food.
We were talking about bugs. Yeah. That's why. No, but also based off of bugs too. They were talking about integrating more of our diet with bugs, like using that as a source of protein.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because
I don't know. I could get it from somewhere else. I think I'd rather be like vegetarian.
Really?
Yeah.
You would really? You wouldn't even know though, because you would
soy-based, whey-based, like protein diet.
You wouldn't even be able to taste it though.
I would know.
Would you? I'm gonna feed you fucking bugs one day, and I swear to God, you're not gonna know.
I'm a no. That's the day.
I'm gonna feed him crickets.
The crickets I'm fine with.
What's the difference?
There's like other bugs, bro. Like any other bug. Like a spider or a worm.
You wouldn't know if I mashed it up and put it in like a meatball or something.
Oh, hell no. But you be eating that shit too, bro.
I would eat it, so then you would be like, oh yeah, I trust you to eat it, and then you find out.
Don't tell me that.
I won't. That's what I'm saying.
If I never find out that I ate worms in that meatball, then
I'll tell you after you ate it.
No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me at all.
No, I'll tell you after you ate it.
Leave that information out.
I'd be like,
take it to your grave.
Were those meatballs really good?
I'm like, nah, disgusting.
They're homemade. I dug up earthworms from the ground outside. Fed them to you.
That's diabolical. No, that's diabolical right there.
That's just
absolutely insane.
What else with food? Is there any food that you want to try?
There's a lot of foods that I want to try. Like I was saying earlier at the beginning, I think just trying different types of cuisines.
Yeah, so that's their next little adventure.
Yeah. I think that channel would be pretty funny. Yeah. Because a lot of our friends, I guess they love food too.
They do. They do love that.
We have a lot of picky eaters in our friend group, now that I think about it. There's like the one side that don't give a shit what they eat. And then there's the other side that give too many shits what they eat.
Yeah. You're right about that.
So there's no in between. There's no like middle ground. I feel like it's either like super picky eaters, not at all picky eaters.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you stand?
I'm on the...
I think you're very picky.
No, I'm not picky at all unless it comes to bugs.
Okay.
You can feed me any type of like... I'll try any vegetable. I'll try any type of like meat product.
Yeah.
Like animal based or whatever. But I have a very interesting flavor profile. Like I like what I like, and when I like it, I love it.
Yeah. Creature habit.
Yeah.
I know. For sure. No, I would say I'm pretty picky.
Okay.
But I'm also very open. So I'm always down to try everything at least once.
Right.
But I'll keep a mental note. Like if I don't like it, I will never touch it again.
What about the thing that I think this is a research-based study, or it might just be somebody coming up with some bullshit. But what about the thing where they say your taste buds change?
They do.
Like, I feel that too. Because as a kid...
Whoa. I was just about to say that. Whoa!
Hey, you go first. You go first. That was crazy.
I
don't like this because that kind of means that we're on the same wavelength. And that means that we're getting closer to becoming friends.
The crazier part, though, we both paused at the same time as we were saying it. Okay. You go first. Anyways, continue. As a kid, you were what?
As a kid, my flavor profile was very much so like sweet tooth, geared towards desserts. I loved ice cream. I loved cookies and all that type of stuff. But now I noticed that it's almost like a 180 paradigm shift where I'm highly into savory foods now. Like I like sweets, but honestly I could give a rat's ass about it, you know?
Yeah.
I would rather eat 2 savory items than a savory item and then a sweet item. So if I always have the option, it's always like savory, and sweet stuff is kind of, if somebody else orders it, I'm gonna take a bite because, you know, friendship tax.
Yeah. Okay. I think for me as a kid, like I used to be really disgusted by onions. Specifically. I would, anything that even was near preparation to onions, I wouldn't even touch.
Okay.
Like,
interesting.
If I knew about it or if I like smelled it, no shot.
You think that's a cultural thing? Because we have a lot of friends and a lot of people that don't like onions. But I also heard this recently that kind of tickled my brain cells because I thought it was really weird and really interesting. The 2 brain cells in there were they were clashing with each other.
Yeah.
Because I found out that in Asian culture, a lot of like Asian girls don't like onions because I mean, I guess it does make them more stinky or make them like, I don't know, like sweat a different smell or something.
Yeah. Based off of your
like pheromones
and all that stuff. Yeah, it definitely does. So it's like even like with the studies of like eating asparagus and then you go pee, you smell asparagus pee, right?
Yep.
It's just like that. Whatever your body absorbs is what it exudes.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of times it's like.
But I think it's like in moderation, it's okay. But they're like.
Strictly no. Because it changes up your pH. It changes up everything.
But it tastes so good, bro.
No, like me now as an adult.
Yep.
My palate has definitely changed and I can do onions in pretty much everything.
Okay.
Except for like the white parts of the green onion.
Of like the shallots?
Yeah.
Are they shallots?
Shallots or green onions. Yeah, whatever. Same diff. A little bit bigger, but yeah. I can't. The bulbs at the bottom, I cannot do.
Okay. Even if they're like finely chopped up?
It has to be like finely chopped up.
Okay.
It's the amount of layers. Because like when you cut the green part, it's just that one chunk.
Thing? Yeah.
It might be both. Because like I think it's the texture because it's partially slimy.
Yeah.
When the layers come out.
Right.
But it's also the flavor.
And I guess the flavor is also more pungent.
Yeah. So it really kind of, I'm still getting used to that. Like I can still eat it, but I just prefer not to.
See, that makes more sense than like not eating it because you think it's going to make you so stanky that nobody wants to be around you.
You never know though. There's some foods I eat to this day that I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have eaten that. Because like sense of smell too. Like it only lasts about 5 seconds before you get used to the fragrance, right?
Yep.
So like,
but somebody else can smell it on you.
Yeah, exactly. So like if I'm eating hella garlic, I'm like, oh, I can't smell shit. But then like 3 days later, you guys are still like, ooh, you're sweating
like,
garlic. Yeah, like literally. So
she grody. Oh my God.
I think that's why. I think it's just like you never know until you try it. Everybody's different, right? But
yeah, I guess. I would understand if it's like, man, even if it's a flavor profile thing, because there are things where I don't like it as a flavor, but if it's in a dish or if it kind of supposed to be integrated into something, then I'm never not going to say no to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's where it gets me and it kind of irks me when like people eat. Like pho is a good example, right?
Because there's...
It's a great example.
Disgusting.
Okay. Also, #1 food on the planet.
No, it's really not.
Could eat it every single day.
Yeah,
so good.
BBH
amazing.
all the way.
Oh, no. Heck no.
Yes.
I will fight you on this.
This is the poll. I'm going to put a poll up. It's going to be BBH. Team
or
BBH for sure.
It's Team Pho. 110%.
No, We're going to win. Maybe I'll put you guys on a different one. Boom Ryu and Boom Mam. We'll do those 4.
Not enough people know what Boom Mam is, bro.
No, but if they're from the South, they know.
Yeah, but you got to think of like major demographic. The thing is like everybody and their mom knows what pho is, bro, because it's so blown out of proportion. Yeah, and it's so good. Okay, Boba Wet is also a #2 contender, just because it's very popularized and a lot of people know it.
Okay, we'll just do those 2 then.
Yeah, I think those are.
I already know who's gonna win. It's not even fair, but whatever. It's just because it's common, basic bitch fucking food.
No, hell no, it's so good, bro. You add so many spices. There's
soup versus like clam chowder.
Yeah, and chicken noodle soup. Well, depends on the type of chicken noodle soup, bro. There's, I think, different variations of chicken noodle soups, and if it's the right variation, chicken noodle on top.
Yeah, I agree with that. But continue your point. It's
no,
like
my point is like a bowl of pho because you can add so many different ingredients and stuff into it, and I think when you have everything together, it makes pho what pho is.
Yeah.
But then so many people are like super picky, and they're like, oh, I don't want some bean sprouts, or I don't want some basil leaves, or I don't want, the onion pieces, or the bone, or whatever.
You know what the best bowl of pho is?
What?
Your friend's pho.
True.
Like when they already mix up all this shit and then you go in and eat it.
Yep. Yeah. Always better. I don't know why.
I will say that is the only time I actually love eating pho.
It's the same thing where it might be like this for a lot of foods, but the other person's food is always going to taste better than yours. Always.
But I get your point. Like, yeah, the profile kind of changes, right? Once you
but that's why I think it's like if you start taking things out, it doesn't become that thing anymore.
Right.
And so when people are like picky about it, I'm just have a little bit, so you have like the essence.
No,
right? Like even if it's like one strand or two strands, like have it in there.
Yeah.
But people are like, no, I'm not even gonna eat it. I'm like, bro, grow
up. For me, it's all mental too. So it's like
110%.
Yeah. So like once you initially maybe had one bad experience with said whatever, and then you're like, I hate it, right?
Yeah.
But I always give everything a second shot because it could have been on a bad day.
Right.
You were feeling sick already, and then you ate that, and it just made
that's
you
the thing too.
even more sick.
Your flavor profile is changing, right? If that's the actual case, then every couple of years you got to try that thing that you hated 100%. Again.
It's like me with beans too.
Exactly.
Beans gross me out, but it's fucking disgusting. But I've been forcing myself to eat it every year because I was like, maybe one year I'll start liking it.
Beans are good for you. Have you seen that TikTok?
The more you eat, the more you fart.
Yeah. Or it's like good for your digestive tract and yada, yada, yada. But
of course.
Those people that are doing those like crazy bean diets.
That's crazy.
Apparently beans are good for you.
But yeah, so like, again, I think it's, just mental.
For sure mental. But
like if you try it again, what if you like it?
Exactly.
Then you can broaden your...
Keep trying stuff.
Yeah.
Today's lesson is try those foods that you hated. Try them again. Maybe you like it.
Sardines, anchovies.
Exactly. And if you hate it, try it a third time.
Try it next year. Once a year.
Give it some time and then try it again just to be sure that you're like, wait, I don't like this.
By the time you like it,
Right. And there's so many different variations too. Maybe try a different variation. You might like that.
That's true.
But I think just giving stuff a shot is what it comes down to.
100%.
And as a human being, try different cultures, go out there, diversify yourself with other cuisines, other foods.
Base it off of looks either.
Exactly. Some of the grodiest things that taste amazing.
Best, yeah.
And you learn a lot about a person through their food and what they eat. Like that's their culture. That's food ties people together so much. So just overall great experience. 110% would recommend trying a new food this week. Asking somebody what their favorite food is, and if you've never heard of it, go out, try it. Go out, try it with them, because then they'll tell you why the hell it's amazing. Exactly. And then give us some good recommendations for foods that you think that we've never tried that you think that we would like.
Fufu and a goosey.
Ooh, you've been talking about that for so long. I think you just gotta get it.
So bad. There's nowhere that sells it in our city.
Somebody make it for her, bro. If you're on the eastern side of Washington State or Idaho, like...
Please
run it up.
I would love some fufu and a goosey.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, in other news, Food Channel dropping soon, and when I soon, within the next 6 months to a year.
Okay, I was like, whoa, we barely got this. Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, but it will happen. It will happen. Okay, all right. Much appreciated, you guys, for listening. As always, we'll keep on finding things to feed to you.
Yep.
But
stay full.
Stay
hydrated, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Exactly. Rice Fed signing out. Pieces.
Bye.